39th annual general meeting, which is being held through video conferencing. Quorum is present. This being virtual AGM, I would like to inform you about certain important points for smooth functioning of this meeting. All the shareholders of the company who have joined this meeting are by default placed on the mute mode by host to avoid any disturbances arising from the background noise. During the question and answer session, the names of the speaker shareholder will be called, and thereafter the respective shareholders will be unmuted by the host. The speaker shareholders are requested to ensure that their video and audio is enabled and working properly. If the shareholder is not able to speak through video mode, then shareholder can speak through audio mode. Shareholders are requested to use earphone or headphones so that they are clearly audible. The shareholders are requested to join meeting through laptops and use internet with a good speed for convenience and better experience. We, have, we also request you to use stable Wi-Fi or LAN connection in order to avoid any kind of disturbance. In view of COVID-19 pandemic, distancing is a prerequisite, and considering the safety of shareholders of the company, your company's annual general meeting is scheduled through video conferencing in compliance with circular issued by Ministry of Corporate Affairs and the Securities Exchange Board of India. Your company has taken required steps to enable shareholders to participate in this meeting and vote on the resolutions as set out in the notice of the 39th annual general meeting. The requisite quorum for this meeting is present, and with your permission, I shall commence the proceedings. Following directors are present: Mr. Gidarilal Modi, Mr. Rajkumar Mohanlal Modi, Mr. Kumar Ajay Modi, Mr. Manish Kumar Srivastava, Mr. Ramota Natmal Goenka, Ms. Rita Bhatia, Mr. Rakesh Shambar Singh. Your company's statutory auditor, internal auditor, secretarial auditor, and cost auditor have also joined meeting through video conferencing. The notice convening the annual general meeting and the annual report have already been circulated to the shareholders of the company on 8th June 2022. With your permission, I take notice dated 24th May 2022 convening 39th annual general meeting as read. The auditor's report does not have any qualification or observation on the financial transactions of the company. Hence, with your permission, I take same as read. The company has received corporate representation under Section 113 of the Companies Act from Messrs. Modison Metals Private Limited, representing 1.26% of paid-up equity share of capital of the company, holding 409,491 equity shares of the company. Since the annual general meeting is held through video conferencing without any physical attendance of the shareholders of the company, the requirement of appointment of proxy is not applicable. The registrar maintained under Companies Act 2013 are open for inspection electronically. Shareholders may send a request to Monica Arora, Company Secretary, for inspection of any document mentioned in annual general report or AGM. Now I come to the chairman's speech. Dear shareholders, a very warm welcome to all of you on behalf of the Board of Directors. I am pleased to welcome you all on the 39th annual general meeting of the company. The directors report and audited accounts for the year ended 31st March 2022 has already been circulated with you. With your permission, I shall take them as read. The global economy has been experiencing several shocks for last 2 years. Just as we thought pandemic was ebbing, we were hit by one of the largest humanitarian crises, the Russia-Ukraine war, which disrupted the global economy. Supply chain disruptions, rising inflation, slowdown in global growth is likely to restrain an already weak recovery. The IMF has already reduced the global growth forecast to 3.6% for 2022 and 2023 compared to its earlier estimate of 6.1% in 2021. Despite global hurdles, India is witnessing an economic recovery. The Reserve Bank of India is optimistic about India's growth and has retained its growth projection of 7.2% for FY 22-23. As per RBI, India's urban as well as rural demand is gradually improving. Further, India's merchandise exports posted healthy double-digit growth for the 15 months in a row during May 2022, while non-oil and non-gold imports continue to expand at a healthy pace, pointing to a recovery of domestic demand. Our main customer market is switchgear industry is estimated at 27,400 crore and is expected to have a healthy demand going forward on account of increased power demand in India. We are happy to report that despite COVID-19 pandemic striking twice in the year 21-22, higher input costs, unfavorable silver price movement, and a volatile geographical situation, your company continued its growth momentum in terms of volume and value this FY 21-22 that was built in the previous year. We have shown performance improvement on all operational measures and continue to enjoy a strong market presence. While profitability was impacted given the unfavorable precious metal price movement along with higher input costs, we have a healthy demand pipeline backed by our strong balance sheet and ongoing price rationalization on supply side that gives us a confidence of a profitable growth in future. Your company has a capex plan that involves an outlay of 25 crore to focus on infra expansion to upgrade existing facilities, both greenfield and brownfield, procure automated machinery and thereby augment efficiency that enable us to cater to increasing demand. Your company with this expansion plan will not only unlock and increase the capacity but also be having a world-class factories with environment, health and safety at the core of its all operations. These factories will further augment working innovations leading to profitable growth. Your company continued to take care of employees and society as a whole in crucial COVID times, which included a dedicated COVID welfare policy, vaccination, and helping society as well. I'm happy to share that we are also recognized and awarded by Rotary Club and Government of Gujarat. Considering the robustness in performance and management of business continuity plan, the CARE reaffirmed the rating of your company as A. Your company has a robust four-pronged strategy for growth, which lays emphasis on employees' well-being, upskilling, reskilling, innovation, and automation, and financial stability, and lean implementation and employees first approach. Lean Six Sigma continue to be the bedrock of our strategy, while safety, integrity, quality remain integral values for building a strong organization. We are an organization that is committed to contribute significantly to the lives of the communities as we work in and have focused on serving society in the areas of healthcare, education to enhance the lives of less privileged. The road ahead. Your company plans on entering new geographies for market diversification, innovation through product development, automation, digitalization, and new market development will be significant priority for upcoming year. Our focus on automation and digitalization will contribute towards efficient production for precision and unmatched quality. With this, I want to make a moment to thank our shareholders, which includes our strong team of employees, bankers, regulators, our vendors, suppliers, customers, and shareholders for their unwavering faith in us and believing in us. As we work towards creating long-term value. I now move for acceptance of directors' report, auditors' report, and accounts. I will be happy to provide any clarification that shareholders may require on the company's account. I would now invite Mr. Manish Kumar Srivastava to make presentation to the shareholders. Mr. Manish Kumar Srivastava. Mr. Manish Kumar Srivastava.
Hello, am I audible now?
Yes, you are audible. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Yes, okay. Uh, First of all, very warm welcome to all our shareholders, and I welcome to 39th Annual General Meeting. I made a very small presentation giving overall economic situation and company's performance and the thought process going forward through this presentation. Hope my presentation is visible. So the first thing first, we will start with environment, health and safety. As explained in the last AGM also and during our chairman's speech, environment, health and safety remains our main core area and the first principle to operate. On environment side, we have been continuously reducing the use of various fossil fuel as well as other environmentally hazard material like acid reduction happened by 80%, then diesel reduced by 57%, and kerosene at a zero level. We have also increased use of solar energy, which is renewable and also environment friendly. The last year use of solar energy was 15% higher, and also we are trying to use all natural resources to the optimum, like water and other natural resources. On health side, last year was COVID year and a very tough year overall for country and entire world. But we created employee friendly policies which helped them in taking care of their health, as well as we took a separate insurance policy. Apart from that, we arranged special camps to have vaccination drives, and we were first to have all our employees vaccinated for both the doses. So this was our concerted effort. We also tried to contribute to the society through Rotary Club, through various other channels, direct and indirect services. On safety side, I am happy to share that last year we did not have any lost time injury, serious injury, or fatal incident in our factory. Working under very stressed environment, as well as we are having expansion, brownfield expansion within our factory. But our team in factory worked very hard to maintain health and safety both of our employees, blue collar as well as white collar, including all the guests who visit our factory. Hazard capture and prevention have been improving continuously along with positive indicators. For our effort towards society, we were also awarded for our humane service by Rotary Club, and a memento was given to us by Mr. Kanu Patel, who is Minister in the Government of Gujarat. I'll go to next slide, which gives a little bit of bulleted state of economy happened, which was in year 2021-22 with respect to 2020. The global economy grew by 5.8% due to lifting of pandemic across the world. However, this may please be noted that this growth is on the base of 2020, which was already a negative growth, a very low base. So the net growth over 2019 was much less. Nonetheless, there was a reversal of negative growth or recession cycle. Growth manufacturing accelerated by 9.4% in the manufacturing sector in 2021. Nonetheless, global economy in 2021-22 started feeling impact of higher commodity prices, whether it was copper, nickel, steel, or any other input price, supply chain bottlenecks, mainly in the logistic area, resulting in input cost inflation and delays in sea shipments, which impacted both cost as well as delivery. Increased government spending on infrastructure along with cut on fuel excise duty and direct benefit transfer helped us to boost domestic consumption and customer sentiment in India. India merchandise export touched the record high of 422 billion US dollar in 21-22. This was what happened in last year, and how we see this year and the next year. Global growth is moderated to 3.1%, which was high 6% projected earlier because of fragile recovery, high inflation cost, and also the risk of recessionary pressure due to different geopolitical situation. Inflation has been rising across the world. Various banks, central banks, including Fed Bank, Reserve Bank, have started tightening the monetary norm, which will have impact on liquidity and also the rate increase, which may impact growth momentum going forward. Global trade is expected to grow 5%, which was 10.1% last year. So there is a real sense of slowdown in global economy. Indian economy is expected to grow by 6.4%, which will be almost highest in the world for all major economies. However, this was projected higher. Even RBI is projecting it plus 7%, but there would be high inflationary price and commodity price movement with another risk of available of competent labor force and higher wages. Under this environment, we would like to present our performance, what happened in the last year, last financial year in 2021 and 2022. We had two COVID waves, one in the starting of the year and one during the third quarter. This not only impacted availability of our time to produce because there were many restrictions like traveling restrictions, night curfew, and apart from that, there was huge shortage of oxygen during COVID second wave. And once it was allowed by government also, but due to our corporate services, we allowed the oxygen to be diverted to various hospital and other social welfare causes. This impacted production. Nonetheless, in spite of these challenges and bottlenecks, grew in our top line, both in terms of volume as well as in revenue by 16%, and we clocked a revenue of 314 crores with higher export. For export, I would like to share some of the footprint change strategy of global players coming to India. That means the same volume is coming, but not as export, but as domestic consumption. In spite of that, we grew in export. Our profitability was low because of one-time impact of material price movement, because always we have some stock for consumption based on our process cycle time and yield factor. The silver, for example, went dramatically down from 70 plus thousand to 59,000 in a very sharp manner. So it impacted apart from other input costs which went up like oxygen, diesel, ammonia, copper and other material. And always when the input cost goes up, there is a lag time between transferring that price increase to the customers because entire value chain is stressed. So customers would always resist increasing prices, and it takes always a time between transfer of supply chain increase to the demand side to customers. That impacted our profitability, but we are sure that we will reverse the cycle in this year. But good thing is all other fundamental of our operation, including cost, were much under control and it improved over previous year, which was already a very good year. Our overall cost, except material cost, went down by 2 percentage basis point. We continue to pay dividend and we are still almost debt-free company. On operational improvement side, we produced highest in our silver plant with the productivity improvement of more than 10%. We continue to spend beyond what is mandated by government on our corporate social responsibility, towards our corporate social responsibility. Inventory turnover ratio was the highest ever and the best ever for us, which was in excess of 4.93. Our DSO, that means collection efficiency, improved by 12 days over last fiscal year. Our rating remained A, and we are continuing with our basic business continuity plan, 6C, and lean implementation. During the year, tough year when our customers were also having serious uncertainties on their demand cycle, we supported them and we got appreciated by many customers, including GE USA, which was a very special requirement from them, Interplex, NIPA, and there are many more. One more good thing which I would like to share, last financial year, we did not have any major quality issue or concerns on quality. So this clearly reflected the strength of our team and competency and capability of our team in factory. Going to what we intend to do this year, we do not want to have a kind of a very transitional shift because continuity in business operation, consolidation, stability, and growth, these are our major factors. So I have structured our plan for this year in three various categories. Number one, value driven growth, that means growth with profit. In that, we continue to have our demand management improvement through market share and share of wallet of our customers. We are working on innovation side to develop newer series, environment friendly, ROHS compliant, globally acceptable products, and also value added product. Rather than only parts, we would enter this year in assemblies. We have started a very aggressive global expansion plan this year, and I hope to see a good jump in our export volume in the second half of this year. We will continue to look for inorganic consideration and diversification. We will evaluate the opportunities, and with the best synergetic point of view, we would enter into this field. We intend to enter in this field. Execution becomes our main focus to have cost leadership to achieve market leadership. There we started already as shared Lean Six Sigma and OPEX, meaning thereby doing more with less. For the similar cost, we would like to produce more. 6C model, which we launched in 2019-20, just before COVID pandemic, will continue to guide us. Automation and digitalization will be having a better focus this year with new factories. And apart from that, one more thing which we would like to add, a better employee, customer and stakeholder connect. Visiting more customers, having a better dialogue and frequency of dialogue with our customers, understanding their business plan, understanding what they are trying to develop and align ourselves to their plan. So this was the second block. Third block, which is also very critical for future, is expansion and modernization. So we are having capacity expansion in both of our HV and LV factories. LV factory, which is silver factory, is having brownfield expansion. Expansion is already underway. High voltage factory is a greenfield factory where we procured a separate land, and there also we have just started the construction work. These factories will not only unlock the capacity, because in today's world, global customer would like to need know future plan, more integrated facility, more environment friendly facility, more EHS compliant, more ready for innovation, R&D capable factories. So these factories will have, apart from capacity expansion, lot of capability and compliant expansion as well. These factories we intend to have ready for innovation and newer series of product to deliver to our customers faster, better, and simpler solutions. Going forward, this is just a slide to show some of our efforts which we are trying to have in our global market. We have started seeing the traction and response from our global customers. We have started sending our marketing team to various global customers. We visited Vietnam, and now we are visiting Europe. Response of customer has been very positive and encouraging. So this is the journey in aggression we have just started, mainly in LV field, because HV we have already been exporting, and we expect to see the result in the second half of this year. Now, there is one slide which I would like to share what we presented in last year and whether we are in line with that and what is the progress. See, last AGM, we expressed and shared our ambition of 2025 and 2030. I'm happy to share that we are moving towards that direction and we maintain that ambition presented in AGM 2021. Diversification is our focus. However, because of geopolitical situation, our relationship with China and other global uncertainties, this is taking little time, but we are fully cognizant of the fact that we need to go inorganic as well. This is last slide. I'm happy to share that in our continuous effort to giving back to society, we did Bhumi Pujan and we are starting to construct a new intermediate college in the name from Modison Intermediate College at Fatehpur Shekhawati in Rajasthan. This will help entire area and will give a lot of students a better access to good education and quality education. With this, I end my presentation. Thank you very much, and I welcome you again in this meeting. And now I would request Mr. Ashok to take this meeting further forward. Thank you very much.
Now I come to the business of meeting to be conducted today. Ordinary business. Item number one, to receive, consider and adopt audited standalone financial statement of the company for the financial year ended March 31, 2022. The director's report and auditor's report. The audited consolidated financial statement of the company for the financial year ended March 31, 2022, together with report of auditors thereon. To confirm interim dividend of rupees 1 per equity share already paid during financial year ended March 31, 2022. To appoint a director in place of Mr. Kumar Jai Modi, who retires by rotation and being eligible, offer himself for reappointment. As a special business, ratification of remuneration payable to Messrs. and Ritesh and Associates Cost Accountant for the financial year ending March 31, 2023, to approve existing as well as new material related party transaction. Appointment of Messrs. ML Bhuwania and Company LLP as a statutory auditor of the company for a consecutive term of 5 years, including the manner in which remuneration and other terms of appointment of the auditor shall be fixed, and in this regard to consider and if thought fit, pass the following resolution as an ordinary resolution. Then approval of name change of the company from Modison Metals Limited to Modison Limited and consequential alteration to Memorandum of Association and Articles of Association of the company. Now begins the question and answer session. Question and answer session. Now I request the shareholders of the company who have registered themselves as a speaker for this AGM. I request all shareholders to be brief and not to repeat the questions, queries raised by other speakers and limit their speech to 3 minutes.
Sir, Hariram Chaudhary has not attended the meeting. Next is Mr. Dinesh Kotecha.
Yes, can I start?
Yes,
Good morning to all of you, sir.
good morning.
Sir, I heard your speech, I saw your presentation, but there were some questions on the balance sheet which I want to ask you. The first one is that in resolution number 5, you want to do a related party transactions with Modison Copper Private Limited to the extent of 50 crores. Now, Modison's is holding nearly 4,09,491% stake in our company. That is 1.26%. Why don't we merge both that companies? I mean, is there a plan to merge Modison's copper private limited also? Because we are also using copper in our as a raw material to make our finished goods. That is my first question. Secondly, when I come to page number 17, just give me 1 second. Yeah. Page number 17. I find that under research and development expenses, also I see there, that second one, development of silver coated copper powder. So that in that sense also, the merger of Motison's Copper Private Limited would be helpful to our company. Again, I would like to ask you, how do you measure R&D expenses? And what is the research productivity of such R&D? Because I don't find anything significant coming out of the R&D for the last 2-3 years. Also, what is the internal rate of return that we fix for R&D expenses? Do we fix any internal rate of return for R&D expenses? Sir, we have got one subsidiary, that is Modi Contracts Private Limited. Now, when I see the results, the standalone and the consolidated results, there is hardly any difference, in the consolidated and the standalone results. So that also should be merged. What is the rationale for holding?
Next is Aspi Vasania.
Moderator, please bring Mr. Aspi Pesania to panelist.
Actually, attendee display not displayed. Attendee is not displaying.
He is there.
But attendee list is not displaying. Yes, yes. Haspi, yes. Unmute. Hello. Haspi,
Chairman sir, can you see me and hear me?
Place in meeting. Start your
Can
video.
you see me and hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, sir, present. But still a moderator says he's not visible. I don't know what the reason. Can I start?
Yes, yes. Start.
Okay. Sir, I'm Aspi from Bombay. I've been attending your meeting for many years, if you remember me. At the outset, I want to say that in the notice of the meeting, you written unpaid dividend will be transferred to IEPF. I would like you to mention the amount unpaid for each of the years. Like, for instance, the final dividend of 7th August 2018. You should write in 17-18 how much was outstanding, 18-19 how much, 19-20 how much, so that we know how much the secretarial team is taking efforts to put the dividend back to the shareholders rather than just paying to the IEPF. Because in my personal case also, I have faced lot of problems getting the unpaid dividend. Your registrars claim so many things. You bring this, you bring this, you bring this. Even for 100 rupees dividend, they harass us like this. So I would like the secretarial department to please take interest in this and not to just transfer blindly the amount to the IEPF. So then page 2 of the report. So our EBITDA to total revenue is the lowest in last 10 years. So when you expect it to become the highest, which was in 2017 of 16%, then Q4 also profits does reduce year on year but has increased quarter on quarter. So how do you see the first quarter of the current year? So then page 4, director's report. The turnover is increased by 16%. So how much is due to quantity and how much is due to price increase? Then profit before tax has decreased by 33%. So even in the director's report, you can write one line saying why the profit has gone down so much.
Hello. Okay.
Page 29, company also produces goods for dominant sectors such as automotive, engineering, aerospace, and railways. So what do you make and how much percentage of sales comes from that?
Yes,
So
sir.
then page, yeah? Am I fast or is it okay?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah? So then page page 30, the capital expenditure of 25 crores is there. So how much will our sales increase due to this capital expenditure of 25 crores? So then you mentioned we also have consumer bullion segment where we manufacture and sell silver bars and coins. So if I want to purchase, how can I purchase? Do I have to purchase only from the post office or even from the company directly? So then page
Sir, Rajendra Seth is not present in the meeting. Next speaker is Dinesh Bhatia.
हेलो, मेरा आवाज सुनाई देता है सर?
Mr. Dinesh Bhatia.
मेरा आवाज आपको?
Yes, yes.
आ रहा है यस।
अच्छा, मेरा वीडियो भी दिखाई देता है ना आपको?
No, your video is not. Video on. Please on your video. Start your video.
अच्छा, ओपन किया, अभी दिखाई देता है? नाउ
Yes.
हाँ दिख रहा है अभी।
Yes.
अच्छा, फर्स्ट तो मैं चेयरमैन श्री आपको और आपका पूरा टीम को कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन कहूंगा कि बहुत अच्छी बात है। इतना खराब पीरियड, वर्ल्ड में इतना खराब पीरियड होने के बावजूद भी हमारी कंपनी ने जो रिवेन्यू लास्ट ईयर से 12% 10% से ऊपर ज्यादा रिवेन्यू लिया है, वो एक बहुत अच्छी बात है। उसके लिए मैं कांग्रेस कहता हूं कि बहुत अच्छा आपकी और आपके टीम की मेहनत जो है वो दिखाई देती है इसमें। और वो हम ये भी देखते हैं कि हमारा जो 1 रुपये का शेयर है जो 55 रुपया चल रहा है मार्केट में, वो दिखा रहा है कि हमारा 1 रुपये का शेयर 55 रुपया जो है वो मार्केट का वैल्यू दिखा रहा है कि हमारी कंपनी तरक्की में है, प्रोग्रेस में है। उसके लिए भी हमें बहुत खुशी है। आपका सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट को भी मैं थैंक्स करता हूं कि जिसने हमें ये अभी वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस में आने के लिए सहायता की, अपडेट भी किया, उसके लिए उनका भी मैं आभार मानता हूं। बाकी मेरा खास कोई सवाल नहीं है, मैं खाली एक चीज मेरे आगे भी स्पीकर ने कहा, जैसे अपना जो रेवेन्यू बढ़ा है, लास्ट ईयर का जो रेवेन्यू था हमारा 293.63 करोड़, और ये साल का हमारा रेवेन्यू जो है वो 341.18 करोड़ हुआ है, जो अच्छा हुआ है। लेकिन हमारा मुनाफा जो है, प्रॉफिट, नेट प्रॉफिट, वो कम हुआ है। तो एक कैसा कम हो गया? थोड़ा खर्चे में मेरे को लगता है कि कंजर्वेशन करना जरूरी लगता है। आप देख लो, जो आपकी तरफ से शायद वो भी हो सकता है कि हमारा रॉ मटेरियल का भाव बढ़ गया, उसके हिसाब से हमारा खर्चे में बढ़ गया है, तो ठीक है। बाकी जो भी दूसरा जो चीज है, दूसरा मैं एक फाइनेंस का कि फाइनेंस कॉस्ट जो है वो हमारी हर साल 358 लाख, ये दफे 353 लाख से 353.72 लाख से, लास्ट ईयर हमारा 358, थोड़ा 5 लाख रुपए का खर्चा कम हुआ है, अच्छी बात है। पर ये हमारा फाइनेंस कॉस्ट में जो इतना हमारा मुनाफे का जो है, आज हम जो 22 करोड़ का मुनाफे में से 15% हमारी फाइनेंस कॉस्ट जाती है, तो उसके ऊपर भी जो आप कंजर्वेशन करेंगे तो अच्छा रहेगा। और मैं ये एक चीज कि हमारा ग्लोबल बिजनेस काफी अच्छा है, और आपका प्रेजेंटेशन में आपने कहा कि सेकंड क्वार्टर में हमारा जो ग्लोबल जो बिजनेस है वो बढ़ने वाला है, और सेकंड क्वार्टर में उसका इफेक्ट दिखेगा, तो ये अच्छी बात है। तो मैं ये जानना चाहता था कि हमारा जो फॉरेन एक्सचेंज अर्निंग कितना है, और अपना खर्चा कितना है, फॉरेन एक्सचेंज जो है हमारा वो अर्न कितना है और आउटगो कितना है, थोड़ा उसके बारे में बताएंगे। बाकी तो मैं देखता हूँ कि हर एक चीज में हमारा कंपनी का बहुत बढ़िया काम है। बस मैं हर एक रिजोल्यूशन में सपोर्ट करता हूँ।
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
ऑल द बेस्ट, थैंक यू।
नेक्स्ट।
Next speaker is Gautam Nandi.
Please bring Mr. Gautam Nandi to the panelist.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, audible.
Yes.
Please
Good
start
morning.
your video. Please start
Sir,
your
good morning and namaskar.
नमस्कार।
Hello.
Respected Chairman,
Nandi sir, start your video.
yes, ये थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है सर जी। Am I audible clearly, sir?
यस यस।
Yes. Good morning and namaskar.
Namaskar.
Respected Chairman, Board of Directors, and my online fellow shareholders. Myself, Gautam Nundi of Kolkata, the city of joy, an old equity shareholder of Modison Metals Limited. Sir, firstly, I like to give thanks to your secretarial department for sending me annual report and other necessary relevant papers through email well in advance. So specially thanks to our respected company secretary and the whole team of secretarial department for rendering very good services to our minority shareholders. Sir, you are organizing your annual general meeting through video conference for the third time, and I find it is a grand success. So thanks again, sir. Sir, my earlier speakers already expressed their views and covered most of the points regarding the accounts and performance of our company. Therefore, I don't like to repeat as per your guideline. Sir, a few years back, we had faced two big giants, GST and demonetization. सर, ये दोनों का इफेक्ट खत्म होते ना होते 2020 में हम लोगों को कोविड-19 अटैक किया. And this year, fourth phase is going on. Each and every employee, each and every company is suffering very much. Your company is also not the exception. But I am very glad to see that despite a tough pandemic and most challenging year, your performance is excellent, sir, excellent. You are also giving dividend to our minority shareholders in this market scenario. We must appreciate it, sir. Sir, one request, please issue hard copy of annual report, at least to the speaker shareholders who are interested to receive the same, sir. क्योंकि सर सॉफ्ट कॉपी में स्टडी करने के लिए थोड़ा बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो जाते हैं सर. प्लीज ये नोट कीजिए. सर, आई like to ask, what is your roadmap for the next 3 to 4 years? Please let me know. Sir, one thing more I like to know. Sir, booster dose has been given to your each employee or not? If not, please arrange for the same. क्योंकि time is very serious, sir. Sir, I am very proud to be a shareholder of your company, and I am very hopeful towards the prospect of our company. I have full trust with our strong management, sir, like you. And so I wholeheartedly support your all resolutions, which I have already casted through my e-voting, obviously in favor of you. Sir, I am very happy with your company. Nothing to say more today, sir. Time is very precious. Looking forward with a positive outlook towards our company with higher profit margin, handsome dividend, bonus and return. Sir, may God bless you, sir. Stay safe, stay healthy. Signing off.
Thank you.
Gautam Nandis. Namaskar.
Thank you. Next.
Sir, all the speakers has completed, sir.
Now I request Mr. Manish Kumar Srivastava to reply the question and queries raised by shareholders. Mr. Manish Srivastava.
Thank you. Our shareholders have raised certain queries. I would like to respond to those queries in best possible manner. First question was, why don't we intend to merge our Modison Copper with Modison Metals Limited? So our point of view is any merger would depend on the cross value realization as well as synergy. So these two businesses have different synergy, different customer segment, and also different technology needs. Going forward, we intend to increase our technology intervention either through adaptation or acquisition or through sharing of technology. So it is our firm belief that both the companies separately will give more values than together, because each company has a different technology futuristic partnership or technology acquisition gain, customer segment, as well as value proposition. So this was first question. Second question was on R&D expenditure. R&D expenditure overall remained same in last 2 years, and as such we develop products, many products in our R&D and help in innovation. Apart from the NABL certification which we have as a competitive advantage. With regards to IRR of R&D, once we develop product, we transfer that product to our revenue line and production business, and we calculate growth and IRR considering that product integration into business. Now I come to second question, which is on IEPF and transfer of IEPF and year-wise detail. I would request you to look into page number 9 of our report of AGM notice, and in that you would find that a detailed table has been given which enlists all the years since 2014-15 till last year, whatever was the notice given, what was the IEPF transfer and date of transfer as per the government. So entire detail with full visibility has been given. And we have also listed unpaid dividend in our website, and after sufficient time as per the government regulation only we transfer that thing to back to IPF. Now the next question was on growth was there in revenue but profitability was down. So specific question was what was major contributor to this profitability. So as explained in my presentation, there was a stock evaluation and the difference in consumption price versus sales price due to deterioration in precious metal pricing was a major reason. Second was higher input cost of all material like oxygen, nickel, diesel, ammonia. These have increased consumption cost, whereas the transfer to customer took a while. So these were two major reasons apart from other incidental costs like higher copper input cost and logistic delays would have increased the cost overall. But I am happy to share that this impact is purely because of material cost increase. On overall cost basis, our cost as a percentage of revenue went down over previous year. So that gives our fundamental answer what led to this increase in cost and reduction in profit. It is purely material cost which went up if you go through our balance sheet by 6%, and that was the reason of deterioration of profitability as one time. The next question was Q4. On quarter to quarter there was improvement in profitability. How do I see Q1? So Q1 we have just completed. The results are yet not finalized, and as a public listed company we do not want to indulge whatever has happened unless the results are audited. However, I am hopeful of good quarter and the good year. The next question was on bullion. How do we buy? We have a multi-channel for purchase of bullion. It is through direct, through our company website, and the address given in our website to contact person of a salesperson who is a contact point for bullion purchase and bullion sale from our side. With regards to question on capex 25%, 25 crore, and how do we see this year and going forward? This was also addressed in my presentation. This 25 crore capex is including plant and machinery. This year we have targeted a revenue of 375 crore plus, and in our ambition sheet we have already shared by 2025 we intend to touch 550 crore from this business. Now coming to next question of Mr. Bhatia, it was also on profit which I have already addressed. On finance cost, we have finance cost of approximately 200 lakhs, not 353. It was overall cost, and it is consistent beyond our revenue increase then also. With regards to export and import data, we did last year 55 crores of export and 32 crores of import. So we are net exporter, by about 22 crores. The last set of question was on a physical copy. We always share and send physical copy when and if and when requested. So we would be happy to share physical copy based on the request made. On 3 and 4 year forecast, which is already shared, that by 2025, where do we intend to reach, and by 2030, what is our ambition to reach. So in the short term, by 2025, as shared in the presentation itself, 550 crore, because it is already a declared figure in the last AGM and presented in the regulatory forum. So I can share. On booster dose and vaccination dose, all our employees have undergone two vaccination necessary doses. With regards to booster doses, we are taking all the data and also encouraging our employees, apart from arranging our own camps and seminar to give this booster dose. So thank you for giving this input, and we are totally responsible for arranging booster dose to all our employees on a timely manner. So rest assured, health and safety remains our first priority always. With this, I have addressed all the questions. Thank you very much. And now I hand over to Chairman, sir.
So please unmute.
Now I order for e-voting. As per provisions of the Companies Act 2013 and the rules made thereunder, the company is required to provide remote e-voting facility to its shareholder, which was provided from Saturday, 2nd July 2022 from 9 a.m. to Tuesday, 5th July 2022 till 5 p.m. For the benefits of shareholders who have participated in this meeting and have not cast their votes through remote e-voting, we have provided facility for electronic voting, and the shareholders of the company can exercise their votes during the course of this meeting. All the resolutions proposed to be passed at this 39th annual general meeting will be passed by means of e-voting. Now, appointment of scrutinizer. Messrs. Ragini Choksi and Company, practicing company secretaries, have given its consent to act as a scrutinizer to scrutinize the remote e-voting and e-voting process, and they have been appointed as a scrutinizer for this meeting. Now I request Monica Arora to explain procedure for e-voting to enable you to cast your vote. Monica Arora.
Please unmute.
The company has availed the services of NSGL to provide e-voting facility. Please note that the facility is available for those shareholders who have not cast their vote. Shareholders are requested to go to the voting page of NSGL e-voting website and cast their vote and simultaneously vote the AGM. Shareholders may note that since the AGM is held through VC and the resolution mentioned in the 39th AGM notice have already been put to vote through remote e-voting, and there will be no proposing and seconding the resolution. You may cast your vote now. Thank you.
Now I ask and request shareholders who have not yet cast their votes on the resolution to please do so immediately. The results of voting on all resolution will be declared within 2 working days after conclusion of this meeting, and the said results along with the consolidated report of the remote e-voting and e-voting at AGM provided by scrutinizer will be posted on the website of the company www.modison.com and also on the website of NSDL www.evoting.nsdl.com. A copy of the results of the voting will be submitted to BSE and NSE Limited, where company shares are listed. Now I declare that e-voting period be kept open for 15 minutes to facilitate voting by shareholders of the company who have not casted their votes on the resolution, and thereafter meeting will conclude. Monica now.
Your attendance and participation at the request you to take care and stay safe. Thank you.
Moderator, please stop the recording.